Hello, my cosmic friend, and welcome back to a 5D transmission with Nikki. Today we're going to talk all about forgiveness and why is it so important to release these dense karmic contracts and to cut those energetic cords to live a happier, joyous, and more abundant life. But first, why do we need to forgive? Imagine you have golden ray light of energy surrounding your being. This is your aura, and it's so beautiful and it's so magnetic, and it brings you blessings and love and joy. But all these beings you still hold resentment within your consciousness are like black dots on it. And every time you wish something new for your life, these black dots repel all those blessings. So essentially, you are forgiving not for the other being, which is you, but you are forgiving for yourself and for your own frequency and your own vibration. So I'm going to give you 4 practical methods you can use to release these contracts and to allow yourself to be in the vibration of love, which is the vibration of instant manifestation. Number 1, write down all the things you wish for yourself for this other being. It can be as silly, well, not silly, but as little as material things as house, car, more money, business ideas, those things, or spiritual things as happiness, joy, fulfillment, high vibrational friendships, travels, experiences, breakthroughs, all the things that you wish for yourself, you're going to wish it for the other being. And why is it important to write down? Because that way it's going to hold more power within your being. And maybe you will fake it at the beginning, but you're going to reach a point where by reading this over and over, you're going to get to feel the emotions. And the good thing about this is that we're all telepathic beings. So the other person is going to feel your good intentions. And because love calibrates higher than anger, fear, resentment, regret, or sadness, you're going to block those energetic frequencies from that being, and you're going to send them so much joy and so much positivity that by synchronicity, that being is going to end up crossing your path in the street or adding you on Facebook or calling you, or something magical will happen. And when you talk to this person again, there will be no dense energy whatsoever. It's all going to be light, and you created that. So write it down and read it as much as you can. This can be a morning practice meditation. You write down the 3, 4, or I don't know how many beings you resent. You send them the things that you wish for yourself, and then you can write a gratitude list, because gratitude calibrates at neutrality, and that way you're gonna also block and contrast any other lower energies. So that's number 1. Number 2, and my favorite, imagine that you are in a cosmic play, and the scene, let's put a practical example here, that John was your high school best friend and John stole your girlfriend. And now you're 30 years old, but you still think about that time that John stole your girlfriend. So you're gonna replay the scene so you can bring forth those dense energies. And then you're gonna see yourself in a theater with a bunch of people watching you and John having that fight or that conversation. That's the one that you replay in your consciousness. And then you're gonna see how you and John went backstage and started hugging each other. And you were like, oh my God, man, you played that really well. I almost believed it. And you start laughing at yourself and you hug John and you're like, hey man, I knew this was a contract we had that we had to play in this lifetime, and we played it really well. That way, you're gonna change your whole perception of the situation, and it's gonna be happier, more fun, more joy-like, more like this was meant to happen, which is true because all your catalysts are disagreements that cause you to have a change in perception or for you to learn a lesson, which are these resentments, are for you to expand and to ascend in consciousness. So when you realize that, using this method of the play and being fun with John and whatever happened, every time you remember that thing again, it's going to be with that energy of laughter, with that energy of silliness. And that way, you're going to be able to let go of that frequency. Number 3, talking about perspective, this is something really powerful. You can actually change that past by recreating a different scenario. So you can take down a notebook because, as I said, writing is more powerful, and you're going to write a different story. So instead of John stealing your girlfriend, it can be more like John and I grew up hard. We were amazing friends in high school, and we still remain friends, but he moved to another country. I love that guy John so much. And me and my girlfriend just broke up because we no longer belong to each other. And you write the name of the girl if you still resent the girl. Tiffany and I just grew apart too, and we broke up, but I also sent her a lot of love. That was a really fun time in high school. Even if it wasn't, that way you're creating a parallel past and you're going to switch into the timeline in which that is the past that happened. That way you change your present and you alter your future. This has a lot more quantum laws involved and a lot of frequencies, so I suggest, not to make this video longer, if you wish to practice and do this method, you to watch my quantum jumps video. I'll just post it here, or you can find it in the channel, so you can actually switch the timeline and release those resentments. And the last one, this is, you can write a letter. This is for if the situation was too dense for you to do it by these methods and you feel like you cannot see the person again, or this is something a lot for you to handle. So you first need to write a letter of cutting the energetic cords. It can be like, "Dear John, we tried, man, we really tried, and we couldn't fulfill our energetic contract, but I release you, and I promise I'll learn the lesson that you came here to teach me. But I release you from this lifetime and from all the other lifetimes. I just wish you well, I wish you love." And you burn the letter. Why did you burn the letter? Because the more physical, the more symbolic you make any of these methods, the more energy and intention it will hold, and it will materialize faster your desired scenario, which would be the forgiveness, the love, and the high vibratory emotions you want to feel and experience to allow all the beautiful things you wish into your life. So there you have it. These are the 4 practical methods. If you had a situation which was much more dense, like a physical abuse or verbal abuse, and it's too painful to bring forth, or probably you block it from your memory because you don't want to relive those experiences, then I will suggest finding a 12-step group. That is amazing because you would have a community of beings giving you unconditional love and holding space for you while you deal with your healing process, while you share your story. You can receive guidance and make a lot of more new soul friends to assist you in your path. Another thing you can also do, if it's really drastic, it can be a quantum healing hypnosis by the Dolores Cannon method. She's not alive anymore. She has amazing and a million of practitioners, well, I don't know if a million, but several practitioners across the world, and they can all perform a quantum healing hypnosis. What does that mean? You go through a different parallel paths, parallel lives, and you can see the why of these contracts, the why of these agreements. You learned your lesson while being in this hypno state, so that way you don't feel the emotions or you don't relive the situation, but you are able to release it. Make sure do your research and make sure this person is qualified to do that, and that way you're gonna have a more at ease experience of release. So that's it for today, guys. I hope that this video was helpful. Give me a thumbs up if you like it, subscribe, and hit the ring the bell. I don't know how to say it. Just learning all these YouTube things. But I'll come up with new videos, probably 2 or 3 videos every week, because I just love doing this. I can talk about these topics for hours or for a lifetime. So I'll hope to see you here more often. Sending you all my love, and see you in my next 5D transmission.